Greetings from the Continuing the Conversations crew. We are excited to share with you an opportunity to participate in listening, learning, and conversing about diversity and inclusion through our upcoming Continuing the Conversations video conference, where we will discuss the book, How to Be an Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram X. Kendi. Whether you read the entire book or just pieces and parts, it does not matter. This video conference will accommodate any level of preparation on your part. Robin, as the Missouri State Librarian, tell us, is there power in books?
Absolutely, there's power in books. One of the most impactful aspects of my career as librarian has been the conversations that I've had with individuals or group. Some of these conversations have been very formal. It's an informal book discussion, or informal while working the front desk. But they've all kind of centered around the power of books. Book discussions have a way of bringing people together to share insights, to discuss maybe what the author's intent was, and just to talk about how we were impacted by the words that we read. Words really do have the power to change worlds. And I really think that How to Be an Anti-Racist is really the perfect first choice for Leadership Northwest's Continuing the Conversation series. Tim, one of the things that I remember about Leadership Northwest was how we learned that participating in discussions was more than just you getting something out of it. It's how we can also benefit those who are joining us.
Robin, I think you're right. I think words and conversations have the power to change the world. Matter of fact, I think that's always what's changed the world. And I believe that we need change more now than ever. I think this is a defining moment. This is a pivotal moment in the Black Lives Movement. It's a moment where we get to decide who we are and how we impact others. We can make this moment or we can miss this moment. I want to encourage all of us to meet this moment by coming together and listening to Kendi's ideas of how to transform this world, to make it a world where we all can become anti-racist and that we can create a better world. Part of how we'll do that is what we did in every class with Leadership Northwest Missouri. We always led with Stephen Covey's 80-20 rule of effective communication, where 80% of communicating is understanding. It's listening versus speaking. And so I invite you to come to this webinar, the Zoom meeting. I believe it will be transformational. I want to invite you to bring friends, family members, coworkers, colleagues, and let's come together with open minds, open hearts, to learn what it means to be an anti-racist and to learn how we can make the world a better place for all people. And to help us do that, I have the pleasure of introducing someone who is more than a friend. He's like a second son to me and a brother to my son, Nick. Isaac Collins is going to be joining us and share his thoughts and insights on Kendi's work as well. And I'd like to introduce Isaac to you.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I think you all three summed it up perfectly. And Tim, I love what you said at the last part about, together we're going to learn, together we're going to just do this whole thing together as we push forward into what leadership means for us in this next day and age. But that's why I'm excited to be here to help continue the conversation, as we keep saying. This time really focusing on how do we become and remain anti-racist in this time. And I just want to give a different perspective. And I hope that this adds value to help as we break down Kendi's words, but also add our own words, like Robin said, based off of how we can decipher what he's trying to say through this and how that relates to our own lives. And while I was reading the book, I was actually really inspired by Kendi's candidness, and also his honesty in calling out his own racism that he had and has in his own life. Also his willingness to do the internal work with becoming anti-racist, but also becoming a beacon for internal work to be done in this area that gives us information and inspires us to be better in this area. So I hope that you guys will walk away from this conversation with a heart shift, also with the knowledge to better equip yourselves to become anti-racist, but also to become proponents for positive change in this ever-changing world. And I'm just positive that if we can do these things, we can take this conversation into our own homes and into our own workplaces to help others achieve this as well.
And that is so important, Isaac, to have people bring their own perspectives to any sort of book discussion. I am so excited about this opportunity and what we as the Continuing the Conversations crew have put together for you. I encourage you to register for Continuing the Conversations, a discussion of how to be an anti-racist. We're going to be holding this on July the 30th, beginning at 2 p.m. The registration information is going to be included in this email. So get registered today, and we sure hope to see you on July the 30th at 2 p.m. as we continue the conversation.